So you confirm that your mandate is based on the law?
Yes.
Does it mean, or are you aware that the law also includes any orders that are given by the courts?
Yes, I'm aware.
So you're supposed to obey them?
Yes.
As a county secretary?
Yes.
You are subject to them?
Yes.
The last letter you produced, what was it about? You said you were requesting the DCI to investigate.
Yes, Your Honor, I can confirm. I wrote to the DCI.
Can you read the contents of that letter?
On 27th October 2023, requesting them to investigate. Your Honor, I'll go through the letter.
That is exhibit number 37.
Yes, Your Honor. It's written exhibit 37. So, Your Honor, the letter reads, request to investigate attempted illegal acquisition of land, parcel number Nakuru Municipality Block 11/107. Article 62(2) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that public land shall vest in and be held by the county government in trust for the people residing in the county. The fourth schedule of the Constitution devolved health services as a function of the county government.
You want him to read it out?
Yes, because there are questions I want to ask from that, what he has written.
You know your 40 minutes is counting down. See whether you want him to read it out or you want to shoot the questions directly. But if you want him to read, then still that is okay.
It's not a very long letter.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll continue on paragraph 2. On 30th April 2010, a lease of 99 years for the subject parcel of land was issued to War Memorial dating back in 1922 through a trust where the provincial medical officer and provincial commissioner were trustees, safeguarding the public interest in the land. In 1923 October or thereabout, the trust was privatized, and through unclear circumstances, the two public officers were kicked out as directors, and since then, the facilities have been operating as a private enterprise. Upon expiry of the lease in 2021, the hospital submitted a request for extension to the county government as required by the Physical and Land Use Planning Act of 2019. This request was unequivocally rejected, and instead the county government wrote to the Chairman National Land Commission seeking to have the lease on the same registered in favor of the county government for development of a specialized medical service. This action was necessitated by several factors, one of them being the private enterprise was consistently harassing PGH Annex, a government facility on the land. The application for extension did not also make provision for the helipad being used by State House on the same land. Thank you, Your Honor.
So in that letter, you talk of Nakuru War Memorial Hospital being a trust.
Yes, I do.
Do you have any document you can produce? And this one reflects on your credibility as the county secretary. Any document you can produce from any government institution indicating that War Memorial Hospital has ever been a trust?
Your Honor, I made that judgment based on that. The CRTO that I was working on that day indicated that every director had a 0 share.
So does it mean any company, if you form a trust to educate your children, does that mean that you'll have 0 shares in the trust and that it automatically any institution where you have 0 shares is a trust?
Your Honor, that was my conclusion based on the fact that I had at that point. I concluded that since there are 0 trust and there are 2 public representatives, then it's a public trust. Thank you.
Are you aware of the meaning of company limited by guarantee?
Your Honor, I don't have that expertise.
So you just concluded any company with 0 shares must be a trust.
Your Honor, that was my conclusion, and that's why I wrote to the Directorate of Criminal Investigation to investigate.
So that trust is equivalent to you forming a trust to educate your children.
Your Honor, I don't have expertise on that.
So it was a figment of imagination because you don't have expertise. You still went ahead and told the DCI to investigate on the basis of figment of imagination.
Your Honor, I think in my presentation I did present the various facts that made me write to the DCI. So the basis was not just the issue of the trust, the other factors like the inconsistencies between the documents provided by the Register of Land and the dates of birth.
So you agree with me that from the information you now have, War Memorial Hospital is not a trust? Do you agree with me?
Your Honor, I'm not able to make that judgment.
Look at that document there, just read. It's a court order issued by the ELC. This one.
Your Honor, the document reads the Republic of Kenya in the Environment and Land Courts at Nakuru, ELC JRLC number 7 of 2023, Nakuru War Memorial Hospital Limited, applicant versus the Land Registrar, Nakuru District, as the first respondent, Honorable Attorney General as the second respondent. Directions, the rest of the content is not clear.
Is it that you are not able to read?
They are too tiny, can't read.
Can I read for you?
Tiny.
So the order says, an order of prohibition prohibiting this, the respondent, that is the Land Registrar, the Attorney General, from dealing in any way, in any manner whatsoever, investigating, cancelling, revoking, and or reviewing the certificate of lease of all that property known as Nakuru Municipality Block 11/107, duly registered under the name of Nakuru War Memorial Hospital. You still cannot be able to read that?
Your Honor, I've heard the content of what he read.
Yes. So were you aware of such an order when you wrote this letter?
Your Honor, by the time I was writing the letter, no order had come to my attention.
This was dated the 31st day of October 2023.
Your Honor, the letter I ordered is dated 27th October 2023.
Now, you also mentioned that there were provincial medical officer of health and provincial commissioner.
Yes.
You are aware that Kenya has a new constitution?
Yes.
Constitution 2010.
Yes.
Do we have provinces in that constitution?
Your Honor, to the best of my knowledge, we don't have provinces.
If you do not have provinces, did you expect there to be a provincial commissioner by the time you're writing that letter?
Your Honor, my letter is based on the facts on my letter are based on the CR12 because the office bearer then was referred to as a provincial commissioner. Though, Your Honor, I'm aware that that office was succeeded by the regional commissioner. Thank you.
Your claim was that they were removed.
Yes, Your Honor, that was my claim.
That was your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yet you know, according to the Constitution article, Constitution 2010, provinces were removed.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm aware of that.
So did you expect them to be members of the directors, members of the board of the Nakuru War Memorial Hospital, when there were no provinces and they were not in existence?
Your Honor, my conclusion on that, based on what I know about our constitution, is that there was a transition that happened and the other offices that were created to succeed those offices. So no vacuum was left.
As a senior government official, what happens when you do not attend meetings for like 14 years in a board? Do you still remain a member?
Thank you, Your Honor. It depends on the regulation of that organization. The organization that prescribes the number of meetings that if you fail to attend, that will be removed. So it varies between organization and organization.
So in your opinion, or I don't want your opinion, I just want your knowledge, the knowledge that you have. Somebody can go for 14 years without attending a board meeting and still remain a member of the board.
Your Honor, it will depend on the rules and regulation of that organization. It also depends on whether that person has been receiving invitation to attend the meeting.
You quoted the 4th schedule of the Constitution in your letter.
Yes, I did.
Do you know what it says regarding devolution?
Yes, Your Honor, I have an idea.
What does it say?
The 4th schedule gives what has been devolved and what has been left in the national government.
So when you say that health was devolved, what does that mean? You can enter into a private hospital and take over? Is that what you mean?
Your Honor, by the meaning of that the health is devolved, it means that the health services will be performed within the county government.
I'm quoting specifically the 4th schedule, part 2, 2A, county health services that are devolved. Can you read for us what is devolved?
Your Honor, part 2, county government, it says that the county health services include in particular A, county health facilities and pharmacies, B, ambulance services, C, promotion of primary health care, D, licensing and control of undertaking that sell food to the
I'm
public.
interested in the 2A. So what is devolved? Repeat. County health?
County health facilities and pharmacies.
And pharmacies. To your best understanding, is Nakuru War Memorial Hospital a county health facility?
Your Honor, I'm not able to make that determination because I wrote to the Directorate of Criminal Investigation to investigate the circumstances of the renewal of the lease.
You are in charge, or you are the secretary to the CEC.
To the County Executive Committee.
That is CEC, County Executive Committee.
Yes.
All right? So you somehow you are able to understand how they are supposed to operate, isn't it?
Yes.
And so you went and entered a private hospital and stopped the services. Agreed?
Your Honor, I wrote to the Directorate of Criminal Investigation to investigate the circumstances of the renewal of the lease, and I've provided the letter that I did right to the DCI.
As a county secretary, are you proud of the work that you do?
I'm very proud.
Did you appear in public taking over Nakuru Memorial Hospital?
Your Honor, I wrote to the DCI and I informed them of the circumstances and the facts.
That is not the question I have asked, whether you wrote to the DCI. I'm asking, did you appear in public entering Nakuru Memorial Hospital? You are under oath.
Your Honor, if I can be allowed to answer my question to conclusion.
Not your question.
To give my answer to conclusion, sorry.
Yes, the question I'm asking you. Did you appear in public entering Nakuru Memorial Hospital?
Thank you.
And stopping the services?
Your Honor, the action I took in relation to the investigation of this matter, I wrote to the Directorate of Criminal Investigation to investigate the circumstance under which the lease was renewed. based on the fact that I gave that there are a lot of contradictions in the documents we had.
May the court request the witness to answer my question. I'm asking whether you appeared in public entering Nakuru Memorial Hospital, not whether you wrote to the DCI.
Your Honor, I want to confirm that I've been to a memorial. There is a court order that has requested that we reopen that health facility. We have reported the Court of Appeal that we are having our meetings in War Memorial, and therefore it's true, I've been to War Memorial.
Did you stop the services
Your Honor, I've never stopped any services for any health facility.
in Nakuru Memorial Hospital?
No.
So you did not appear in public?
I said, Your Honor, I've appeared in public going to War Memorial, and that is, I've even reported to the Court of Appeal that we are holding our meetings in War Memorial.
I want B10 and B115 to be presented to the witness, B10 and B115. B10 and B115. Your Honor, I may need to take a little more time because it's taking longer to get the documents.
No, 40 minutes.
Yeah?
Your 40 minutes started running. That's why I was advising you against spending time reading, just asking questions. Okay? The document he's talking about is which document?
It is the one that is it's a CR12.
That was MFI?
B10.
Please proceed to ask other questions as the document is being found.
Now look at these two documents, B10
That
Can
is
you s-
MFI 29 and MFI? Okay.
Can you see in one of them, specifically which one has one of the directors blocked out?
Thank you, Your Honor. There is a B10 which has some highlights on some information. So on the business registration, there is a highlight. On some information about the company, there is a highlight.
I think the witness should be clear which document it's referring to. Because my witness only marked one of those.
So what are those documents to begin with?
CR12, you can read what it is.
It is business. It looks like a CR12, Your Honor.
Yes. Now this
That
is one of the
CR12,
documents.
does it have a date?
Dated. A business registration, just start from the top.
Your Honor, some information is highlighted, so I can't be able to read.
This one is clear.
Yeah, this one is dated April 13th, 2021.
Proceed to answer the question then.
Okay. So this is the one you are referring to when you said that the directors, according to the records reading the below company held by the company's registry, as at 19th October 1923. And these are the directors. That's what we have.
Yes, Your Honor.
That letter came from where?
Your Honor, this document was supplied by the Nakuru Land Registrar when we requested for the green card and the white card. It was also supplied together with those two documents. And I also want to confirm that the registrar did certify this one as a certified true copy of the original with a stamp and a signature. I'm
asking you from the top. This one is coming from who?
From the top, it came from the Business Registration Services, PO Box 331 Nairobi.
You confirm that Nakuru War Memorial Hospital does not operate from that address?
Your Honor, the address I read is for the Business Registration Services. It's not for Memorial.
Yes. So that document could not have come from Nakuru War Memorial Hospital?
Your Honor, I've indicated that this document was applied to us by the land registrar. He did that in writing and he certified with a stamp and a signature.
I'm asking you about the document, not the land registrar.
And Your Honor, I'm answering as to where we got the document from as a county government.
Yes. You said that that document, it is actually the one that you are arguing that it is an indication of forgery. The documents were forged because the directors were not born when that date, 1923, appears there.
Yes, it's the date.
That's what you say.
It's a document I concluded with.
So you concluded that it is forged?
I did not conclude, Your Honor, I did not conclude that this document is forged.
Yes, what did you
I concluded that there was forgery in the process because this document indicated that these people were the director in 1923.
Yes.
But the ID cards that were supplied by the same land registrar, yes, which also certified with a stamp and a signature, indicated that they are born in a different date.
So at what point did you discover there is a forgery?
Your Honor, that's not me to determine. That's why I wrote to the directorate.
You said there was a forgery. You have no idea at what point?
Your Honor, I'm not able to respond fully. I'm not being able to answer my question fully.
But it was your statement that you discovered the documents which were used to process the title were forged.
Your Honor, can I be allowed to answer my question fully?
Which is your question you're answering?
So the answer is that I did not conclude that this document was forged. I requested the Directorate of Criminal Investigation to investigate the circumstances under which the lease was renewed, since there was a lot of contradiction, which insinuated that there could be forgery in the process.
So from your analysis, you are not seeing any evidence of forgery there?
I'm not an expert in that, Your Honor.
Yeah, but you said there was forgery. You are the one who said here, in your evidence in chief.
And Your Honor, I've been able to demonstrate that even from the documents, for example, the receipts that were relied on, from our side, we have been able to demonstrate that our people disputed that they originated from our system, yes, since there are no records in our system.
We are not talking about those other documents. We are talking about this particular document, B115.
Is it marked? Are you
MFI 29. MFI 29. You read it, yes. And you indicated this is one of the documents that raised your antenna that this title must be forged. Okay? So we are now asking you, I'm now asking you, what is the evidence that this is a forgery?
Your Honor, when I was giving my whole statement, I was able to demonstrate the various contradictions that are there in all the paperwork. In my letter, I never pointed to this document specifically as a forgery, but emanating from all those facts and the contradictions, I concluded there could have been forgery in the process.
There could
have been. That's why I wrote to the DCI to investigate and tell us what exactly happened.
So finally, after they did the investigations, are you satisfied they concluded that there is forgery based on this document?
I haven't, Your Honor, sat in any forum where that conclusion has been made, so I'm not sure that
So you
I
did
can-
follow up after you requested them to investigate?
Your Honor, after I requested them to investigate, I was called to record my statement. I've been following up. I know people have been arrested and charged. And I know some of the charges is forgery.
You are aware in government offices, that just like you were saying before, sometimes they make errors when they are printing, yeah? You are aware of that? Government office makes an error, and a county secretary thinks based on those errors, there is a forgery. Is that a reason to arrest directors?
Objection. No. The witness has clearly stated he is not the one who investigated the matter. So that question is not properly answered.
Doctor?
The witness said he felt there was forgery. And so I want to know from him what exactly in this document did he feel there was, that made him think.
I think he has answered that question.
Okay. Now I would want the witness to be presented with B10-1 and B11. B10-1 and B11. There's a gazette notice. Yes, we are looking for that. You mentioned in that gazette notice, one of the reasons why you decided to go to the hospital and stop operations is that gazette notice cancelled the title for Mwaura Memorial Hospital. Okay? So, from that, are you going to get it?
What is the referring to? You can be clear about what you're referring to. The one you have here is the one you have.
Let's show him the two. The two of them, like this. These two. Can you see the dates? One is dated when? One indicates that there is the Nakuru Memorial Hospital title is lost, or lease, loss of lease. There's a report that the lease has been lost.
Your Honor, B10 is dated 9th May 2023.
Correct?
Then B126 is dated 19th May 2023.
They are both gazette notices.
Yes, one is written Gazette Notice number 63,
Yes.
6309.
Yes. And the other?
The other one doesn't indicate Gazette Notice anywhere.
Yeah, but the date is
9th May 2023.
okay. When you compare the two, is the literature there the same? Are they the same? The wording. Meanwhile, you can be looking for B132. B132. B75 and B76.
Why don't you ask him the questions directly? I'm sure
Right.
you are left with less than 10 minutes. Mr. Cherry,
Less than 10 minutes.
how many minutes? All right.
7 minutes.
You'll be asking him ask him In cross-examination, you can ask him the question as direct as possible,
The
instead of
problem-
allowing him to compare.
If he has not read it, he may not be able to answer the question after he has not read it. But basically, you notice the difference is the date. One is 19, and the other one is 9.
One is 19, the other one is 29.
Yeah.
But there's also a difference in
It's
content.
not 29, it's 9.
Sorry, your one is dated 9th May
Yes, the other one is
2023.
19.
The other one is dated 19th May 2023.
So the main difference is that there is a 1 missing here. Instead of 19, it is 9.
There's also a difference in the content, a small difference I've seen somewhere.
Okay. The Gazette notice also says that the lease is lost.
The other difference, Your Honor, to answer the first question is that one has the name Gazette Notice number 6309, but
Yes.
the other one doesn't have.
Yes.
Then in the content, there's one that says, in a paragraph, one says, and whereas evidence has been adduced, the other one says, whereas sufficient evidence. So there's, in one, there's addition of the word sufficient.
Yes. So were you, when you asked for the, you remember you wrote a letter to the registrar
Yes, I did.
to give us details about what he has in records for Mwaura Hospital, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so then there is that Gazette notice that says that the lease was lost. In your opinion, did it come to your attention that Mwaura Hospital is complaining that their lease is lost as a county secretary?
Your Honor, I'm not the author of this document, so mine was to ask to be supplied with the copy of the green card and the white card.
As a county secretary, have you ever come to any information that War Memorial Hospital has complained that the lease is lost?
Sorry, the second letter that I wrote in
Yes or
relation
no?
to this was to ask the registrar to cancel the lease based on the fact that I had.
Good. So as a county secretary, you explained your role.
Yes, I did.
It's part of your role to go around looking for companies that have challenges with their director so that you can request their leases to be cancelled.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've given the reasons as to why I wrote.
Is it part of your role
I've given the reasons as to how I come to
to
know,
request a lease to be cancelled?
as to how I came to know about the contradictions in the reading
Yes
of the
or
lease.
no? Is it part of your role as a county secretary to ask for a lease to be cancelled? Is it part of your role as a county
Your
secretary?
Honor, as a county secretary, I have a responsibility of making sure that I over supervise chief officers who are responsible for government assets and liabilities.
Can you answer
And
yes or no?
therefore, when there is an issue about assets, it's my responsibility to also take it up. And therefore, Your Honor, based on the evidence that we found from our files and the contradiction, I did write to the registrar requesting him to revoke the lease.
Witness, I'm just asking a very simple question. According to your role, the powers that you have as a county secretary, do you have powers to request titles to be cancelled?
Your Honor, I've explained to the process as to how we concluded
Yes or no?
and how we wrote to the registrar.
Yes or no? Do you have such powers?
I've explained, Your Honor, as to how I wrote to the registrar, the process and the reason.
The witness is not complying. He's just supposed to answer a simple question. Do you have such powers? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor, I
Under
wrote
the
to the
Constitution.
registrar and I've explained the reason as to why I wrote.
You also said that it's the government is in charge of land, right? Or it is the one that owns land. You mentioned something like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Part of the government asset is land.
Yes. Land in Kenya belongs to the government.
Your Honor, I said there's land that is a government asset, which the county government has it in its inventory,
Yes.
which the county must look at and
So who
safeguard.
owns the land in Kenya?
It depends on the land.
Yes,
It
a county
varies.
secretary, you do know.
Your Honor, to the best of my knowledge, I know there is government land and there's private land.
Yes. So if what are the conditions for land to be declared private land, according to the law?
Your Honor, I don't have that expertise.
I object to that line of
No,
questioning.
yes, answered. Yeah, please move on.
You don't. Okay. Now, let me read for you. Verse 64. So I put it to you that you have no business ordering any title to be cancelled. Private land, just read Article 64. Private land consists of?
Your Honor, Article 64 reads that private land consists of A. Registered land held by any person under any freehold tenure. B. Land held by any person under leasehold tenure. And C. Any land declared private land under any act of parliament.
Yes. So in the documents you produced a land lease for Nakuru Memorial Hospital that went for 99 years, right? You produced. I mean, you presented, you read, isn't it?
I wish to, Your Honor, to see that document again.
MFI, it was, you read it here. So if, before, so that we don't waste too much time, you are slowing me down. If there is a lease for 99 years, that land is what? Is it public or private? From what you have read here, or you have not understood.
Your Honor, I haven't seen, I can't remember seeing the word lease in the what I've read.
Lease?
I would have to read again.
I think you're wasting time purposely. You're wasting time because it's very clear.
Let me just read again.
You just want to waste time. Can I give them more time?
No, no.
Public land. Here.
You want him to read that, doctor?
No, I don't want. He's saying that he has not understood
I thought
leasehold.
he answered the first question about his knowledge about land.
Oh, he's not aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would not be fair to push him to read.
Now, you have made the public pronouncement. How much time do I have? You have made several public pronouncements, right? If I had time, I would have produced the public pronouncements he has made, because this directly will demonstrate his credibility. Okay? I had the information in my practice. If I am around, I can put it there, and then he watches and then tells me what he meant by whatever the public pronouncements he made. Can I be allowed?
Such evidence is not produced in such a way. There's a process and procedure.
Okay.
Just wrap up one or two questions.
Fine.
more.
Finally, as a county secretary, are you happy with what happened in Nakuru Memorial Hospital?
Your Honor, the question is not clear as to what happened.
Are you happy? It was closed from your activities, it was closed, people died. Are you happy?
I object to that line of questioning on the grounds of relevance, and he's asking the witness to give a personal opinion.
Is there any count touching on closure and unclosure of the hospital? Please, if you could just limit yourself to his evidence and the charges that you're facing. It's highly unlikely, if it has no relevance, that question will help your case.
Your Honor, that is all I have for this witness.